What if your success was never yours? I used to think that you make your own way in this world, that it's all on you every brick you lay, every single step you climb up that ladder. The world tells you to be the architect of your own destiny, and I believed it with every fiber of my being. When I left home, my grandma gave me her Bible, a small worn book with frayed edges. I took it, of course, but if I'm being honest, it felt like a souvenir from a past I was running from, not a guide for the future I was building. My future was going to be written in glass and steel, in stock prices and headlines. I had my own plans, and for a while I wrote that story myself. I made a name for myself. There were magazine covers, penthouse parties, the intoxicating feeling of standing on top of the world and telling yourself, you did this. I remember once seeing my grandmother's name flash on my phone during a critical negotiation. I silenced the call without a second thought. I was building an empire. I didn't have time. I toasted to my own success, to my own genius, and completely arrogantly forgot about the quiet prayers being said for me in a small house I no longer visited. But a life built only on the foundation of self is built on sand. The first cracks didn't appear in my skyscrapers. They appeared in me. A deal went south. A partner I trusted betrayed me. The market turned. It wasn't one sudden storm. It was a slow, grinding erosion of everything I had built. Then the real storm came and it washed the rest away. In one brutal night, I lost everything. I found myself wandering aimless back to where it all began, standing in the literal ruins of my first office. And there, in the middle of the mess, half buried in mud and debris, was the Bible tucked inside. Her delicate handwriting filled the margins for my first big contract. She'd written, "Lord, may your favor be upon him. Guide his hands when my face was on that magazine cover. Every good and perfect gift is from you. Keep his heart humble. Every single victory I had claimed is mine alone." She had quietly, faithfully laid at the feet of God. I was standing on a foundation I never saw, supported by a grace I never acknowledged. Kneeling there in the wreckage of my own pride, the truth finally broke. Through the clouds of my own making, I was never the architect all this time. I was the project. I was being built, shaped and carried by the loving hands of a God who had a plan for me, not for failure, but for a future and a hope. A plan that had to wait until my own were reduced to rubble. If this story hits home for you, if you feel like you're building on your own, maybe it's time to check your foundation. Subscribe and let's share more stories about faith and second chances.